How does it feel to be back after 11 years? The album is out. What's the vibes though? Like, what are you feeling? And how do you feel in relation to other releases in this game? How does it feel right now for this one?
First off, I'm going to say how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
I'm happier than a mother bro. When I tell you this level of joy, this level of happiness, this level of this peace, man, this peace of mind that I'm feeling in a way that I don't think I've ever felt before, it's because, number one, obviously, whenever we do some that you put, when I say put everything into, Ebro, I've never put so much into anything in my life outside of my children. Never. Not even on my other albums, Ebro.
Yeah.
This album, bro, the 11 years that it took to create this moment, the money that I spent during the 11 years, I've never even spent that kind of money on a house. The time that I invested, the thoughts, the emotions, the happiness, the sadness, the frustrations, the peaceful moments, the imaginary moments, the vulnerable moments, the everything. Like, I've never been this comfortable enough to share this much of myself before now. And that comes with age, that comes with growing, that comes with experiencing. And it also just comes with finally getting through certain, where you're at peace enough with it to be able to talk about it.
Right.
It took a long time for me to be at peace with certain, and I was able to find that place and share. Never done it like that on any album, from a personal place. So for the first time, I'm giving me to the world in a dynamic that I never have. And just the way everything is being received, the way the stars are aligning.
Like, the reason you're getting that response is because this was all you.
You're right, bro. But let me tell you something. You know, we had an earlier conversation.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna dive too much into that.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say this. When I was trying to find the home of where I was gonna put this album, that was probably the most challenging part of this journey for me. A lot of pushback. That was discouraging. When I got with Ghazi and I got with the Empire team, and I really got an opportunity to see not just how incredibly smart him and his team is in this digital universe that we all are living in. He kind of really is a master and an oracle in that space.
No, he's a real hip hop business, like youth, street promotions. Like, he's from that cloth. Like, he came up in this.
Right. And I got to understand that. And his history on the culture and his direct engagement with a lot of legends and icons, being in this shit so long, it garnished a whole nother level of respect for him, for me. Mm-hmm. And I just really was like, you know something? This man is giving me every reason to feel comfortable with putting my greatest investment in myself in his hands. And I once I got that comfort, man, I trusted it and gave it to him. And it just was unbelievable, just the collective effort that went into this rollout and this campaign and just the presentation. I can't front, man. Like, that's another thing that I'm hearing as a general consensus. This might be one of the illest rollouts that people have ever seen in the last 10 years. Yeah. And it just is just so beautiful to see that we all was able to put ideas together all of we using some of the most incredible antidotes and ingredients from the 90s with poster boards and snipe and street
Yeah,
teams.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like we brought back that this era don't know about none of that. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? We brought it back. We introduced these kind of phase one and phase two campaigns and how to market and promote to the new generation. And we also flatlined in the current time and space with the way things need to be done as far as the way the new generation is used to seeing it. So to have all of that combined together, the magnitude and the hugeness of all of the grounds that were covered, it just makes this look so fucking profound and feel so profound. And then to actually just have the fucking product backing up the presentation so substantially and all of the dots is connecting. Yo, Ebro, man, I'm living a dream come true right now, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Feel like crying right now. I ain't gonna front.
yeah. That's beautiful though, bro. Cause you know, you get to this stage in your career. Well, the ill shit about hip hop right now is we didn't even know the runway was gonna be this long when we
You right?
started
Word.
it. When we
Real,
started.
real,
And
bro.
and then now you still on the runway and you like, yo, I'm about to take off, but I may not have nowhere to land. And so when you know what I'm saying, you take off and you can actually land it in the right way, like you're
Yeah,
landing this project, yeah, it's emotional.
yeah, bro.
It's
It really
emotional.
is. It really is, bro. It's beautiful, man. This is beautiful, bro. Like, yo, man, like, I'm sorry, bro.
Nah, I love you, brother. You know what it is.
Yo, Ebro, calls that I get from my kids, they so proud of me, man.
That's dope, man. That's so dope.
It's, it's crazy, bro. My kids calling my phone, bro. They on that phone with their father talking that Ebro.
Yeah, man.
They
Yeah.
talking that, they talking, they talking that. It's That's the most rewarding feeling in the fucking world. It's dope to have the people fucking with this
Mm-hmm.
the way they are. But when your kids is talking to you like you the coolest thing in the planet, man. And my kids is grown now. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like
Right.
when they was younger, certain shit they ain't get, certain shit they ain't understand. You know what I'm saying? My kids, they done moved out the crib and all type of shit. So it's like, when they calling my phone and we talking, bro, it's like it's coming from the grown, the young adult perspective, the 21, 22-year-old perspective. I got a son that's 27, 19. My daughter's, 22, 21. It's like, Dad, you outdid yourself. Like, and these are the reasons why, Dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, my 19-year-old, his name is Trillion, and he rhymed. He sent me a text, bro. Man, this shit fucked me up but in such a good way, bro. He was like, yo,
Yeah.
Dad, we listening to your album. I'm with my friends right now. And we driving in the car and we letting the whole album play. And Dad, check this out. Looking at my friends and turning up with my friends to this album makes me so proud because they are going crazy in this car right now. But you see that song with you and Rhapsody, Best I Can?
Mm-hmm.
That song almost made me cry in here while I was listening to it because it's our truth. I lived that with you, Dad. And I know that song wasn't easy for you to make. because I don't talk about it. But you did an incredible job with that song. And that one touched me different, Dad. Them calls, they doing something different to me, bro.
That's that king shit. That's king shit right there, bro. You know that, right? A lot of our dads didn't get to have this moment with their kids. You feel me?
I'm happy, man.
I'm proud of you, bro. I'm proud of you, man. I'm so proud of you. Everybody proud of you, bro.
Yo, I don't think people understand. I had to do things that I'm still working on. Like, I ain't all the way right. You know, I still got certain things with my kids I gotta fix. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I've been on my job with that, bro. Getting myself in shape and becoming healthy again, bro.
Yes, sir.
Like, I don't know, I don't think there's ever been a time in my life that I wanted to win so bad. I wanted this win so bad, bro. Because I knew how much I was willing to sacrifice. And I'm not playing with that word. Niggas be trying to bounce and flip them words into all kind of other narratives. My sacrifice was what I had to sacrifice when it came to me. A lot of shit that I like doing. I like to drink. I like to smoke weed. I like to smoke a cigarette. I like going out, bro. I like doing that just wasn't good for me, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I had to stop. Yo, I was getting those conversations too from my kids. Dad, man, I'm scared that you're going to die. My album was done in January of last year, but I was 340 pounds.
Mm.
And my oldest son was too scared to tell me that he ain't like the way I was sounded when I fucking fell asleep after drinking and partying in the past Biggie's anniversary, March 9th, right while I had just completed shooting the video to Czar.
Mm.
And we went to Poppy's in LA. And we in there drinking, and my man Fred Matters is DJing, and D. Ray Davis is in there co-hosting the joint. And we throwing mad shots of Patron back, and we having a good old time singing all the Biggie classics, celebrating the completion of the Czar video with MOP, and giving it up for Nipsey because his send-off memorial at the Staples Center was on March 12th.
Mm.
So all of this going on around me, bro. And I'm drinking thinking that I'm honoring the bros and I'm celebrating this great moment. And then I fall asleep in the car. And we ride into my crib, my house in LA. And I knocked out and went into such a deep sleep from over drinking, bro, that it took these brothers, my security and my son, about 15, 20 minutes to wake me up just to go in my crib. Mm. We sitting in the front of the crib, and I was in a coma with sleep apnea. And the breathing was sounding so terrible that it scared the shit out of my oldest son. And he was my road manager at the time. Mm-hmm. He finally wake me up. I go upstairs in the crib, and my oldest son has a side conversation with my security. And he's like, yo, I feel my father gonna die, and I don't want that to happen on my watch. But I don't know how to talk to him because I don't want to hurt his feelings, being honest. Can y'all have a conversation with him for me, please? He might respect it or receive it differently coming from y'all. Next day, security came to get me because I was turning up so much that I had lost my voice. And I have been frequently going through an issue with losing my voice for like the last 3 years. Nobody don't know about this. Mm-hmm. So I was growing these polyps on my vocal cords for the last 3 years. That comes with the wear and tear of performing at high volume levels for so long. It's pretty typical for singers and rappers. So, but in addition to that, Me constantly burning my throat with drinking and blowing tree and smoking cigarette was inflaming even worse and accelerating this issue. So on the way to the doctor, security gave me that talk from my son. Took me to a place, Ebro. Like, it took me to such a bad place, Ebro, that all that celebrating from the night before, that shit was out the fucking window. I didn't give a fuck about the Czar video. I didn't give a fuck about none of that shit. I just was finished. And the next day, I did the surgery. The day after that, they kept me for a little bit just for recovery. And then they let me out on the 11th. On the 12th, I went to the Staples Center to see the send-off of Nipsey. I definitely felt like I was breathing better. I had started my transformation journey February 27th. This happened in like March, late March, This happened mid-March. I'm bugging. I was acknowledging there was some breathing issues. I felt the change. I wasn't hearing it like how the doctor expressed he heard it, but I felt it. I was getting tired too quick. You know, there was moments where I wasn't even doing shit and I felt like I was losing my breath.
Right.
That was wild and comfortable and scary to me because I'm like, yo, I still got to perform and work and do what I need to do to get to this bag. But long story short, big bro, I just felt like, all right, all of these things, and I've been documenting this whole journey, so I'm going to share it. But all of these things that I'm doing and going through, no matter how dope this music is, there's something way more important than just giving the world some dope ass music. Homie, you got to live, man.
Yeah.
You got to live for your kids. You got to live for yourself. You got to live for the people that you affect the lives of directly and indirectly. There's no way you can continue to be this selfish. And I just went through something with going through that and just was like, all right, I'm going to change everything. I ain't no saint. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to still sip some, but I'm not doing none of that the way I used to do it. I'm not smoking none of that the way I used to smoke it. And I'm not eating the way I used to eat. And I live in that fucking gym.
That's right.
And the results and the journey has been a beautiful, painful sometimes, but it was worth all of that pain and that busting and muscle aches and pinched nerves and just all of the different things that was the well worth it sacrifices that needed to be made to better myself, bro. It makes this reward that's been happening so far in these little couple of days all the more rewarding and sweeter, man. So, you know, you ask me how I feel and as far as just me and then how I'm feeling as far as this moment compared to the other albums. I mean, it's still really early, right? But I tell you what, from Thursday night at midnight on October 30th to November 2nd, this shit is smashing every other release that I've ever had in my life. Just smashing them. I'm just talking about the offline. Like if you was just
In
looking
real
at
life.
that
In real life.
in real life, real time, real space, you're going to see and feel this fucking Extinction level event to the Wrath of God presence in a way for me that we've never seen on no other Busta Rhymes album. And Ebro, you've been around long enough. I'm sure you can attest to this, my brother.
Yeah, man.
If I'm wrong, I'm comfortable with standing to be corrected, Ebro. Correct me if
Listen.
I'm bugging.
Nah,
Don't
you moving.
hear the other
Bro,
album?
yo, listen, and I'm gonna tell you what really seals the deal. The album artwork is on time.
Yo, I bought that artwork 2.5 years before the COVID shutdown, Ebro. The
It's
artist's
crazy.
name is Chanel Rose. Swiss introduced me to her work during some Dean Collection movement he was doing when he was
Yeah,
starting all of that with Bacardi years ago.
that's right.
And he introduced me to her work 3 years ago. 6 months after I saw her work, I bought a 10-piece art collection from her. Every picture in my album packaging, all of the corrupt, demonic, horrific that the powers that be and that politicians have continuously done throughout history to black and brown people, this is what they look like when you strip all of the flesh off of their ass, bro. And the mask with the blades on them, this is again before COVID. In my mind, it represented everything that they do to us, which is wicked and evil, that they still protect themselves from. That's what the pictures were saying to me. And that's what sealed the Extinction Level Event 2.
Some amazing work. And ladies and gentlemen, I think Busta now, we're going to be hearing from him a little bit more frequently.
Oh, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta assume we not gonna have to wait 11 years to get another project.
You goddamn right. I around to be going into 60 years old at that point. Nah. I'm not taking my foot off the gas pedal no more. Nah, especially not that long.
And you got momentum right now, so you gotta keep firing.
Absolutely.
You gotta keep firing.